Hey everyone. Today's episode, we're going to talk about graduation reflections because I'm graduating very soon and I've been thinking about it honestly. I just I can't believe it. The years go by so fast. I mean, honestly, like I'm almost 25 and it's just like I feel like yesterday I was 18 and I can't believe I'm in my 20s. Like I still feel like I'm in my teens, and I'm in my mid 20s. I mean, really, with graduation reflection, I just want to talk about school and just looking back now, how I feel about it. There's only about 3 weeks left of school. So I thought this would be very telling, and maybe I can give some advice for people graduating soon or that are uh, not seniors, or at least not graduating this semester. Start off academics. I feel like with academics, it's very it's like I think I don't know if it depends. I think I was doing very well, but the second I started working off campus, I started having more problems. And I think sometimes life just knocks you down. I mean, I think I've done good so far. But I do wish I did better. But sometimes there's so many things going on, you can't really control it. And some things like, you know, it can happen where maybe emergencies and sometimes maybe academics might not be the thing you have to focus on for the time being. I mean, I've had a lot of things happen while I was on campus. And honestly, I might do a whole separate episode about that. I mean, crazy things. What are the chances, honestly? I I've spoken to other people. Like I do have a language partner in Taiwan, and I was asking him about his experience at university. And yeah, like, there are like creepy people that do roam campus. And we're here for our academics, but I do think talking about campus safety is also something we should go into. That roam campus just to prey on college students because college students don't have any life experience. They're just coming out of being a kid, but they're an adult. So legally, you can mess with them because they're an adult, but they might not know that much compared to someone that's still a minor because a lot of people have just become adult, especially if you're like 18, 19, 20, around that age. You don't know things because you might not have experiences. And they come to college campuses and they prey on students. And wow, and that can also mess with your academics. I was actually looking at an article, and I think I'm gonna pull this article up right now. It's very interesting. Oh, okay, so there's this one. This was written a month ago about a student that was on campus 20 years ago. He graduated 20 years ago with a degree in sociology, and he writes a very telling article about his experience. Like, yes, we're here for academics, but sometimes there's things that really pull students out of academics. And I think this is a very important thing to talk about right now. And so I want to read a little bit of this because I saw it last week and I was like, wow. So he says he was recruited by the ICC in 2000 at the tail end of his freshman year at the University of Maryland. See, freshmen. They go after people that don't really have life experiences. And I'm not just talking about religious organizations. I'll mention a few other things I've seen happen to people on campus. Um, when I joined the group, I was in a particularly vulnerable stage in my life. and they provided me exactly what I thought I was looking for: community, family, purpose. Um, he said it's a dangerous cult, been banned by several campuses in the US, but it has not been banned by the University of Maryland, which is crazy. Yeah, so he was a member, required to recruit other students. If they were not actively recruiting, they were spiritually weak, uncommitted, struggling. And towards the end of the article, he talks about how he just got out recently. Let me see. Um, yeah, he just left. So lived with inner turmoil until he finally left 3 years ago. And that's crazy that you're just a student on campus. Look how beautiful our campus is. And these things happen to you when you should be focused on your academics. And he has his email down here if anybody's interested. Um, really, it's very sad because there was also another story I have of a student that is this happened, I would say, around 2017 or 2018. A very famous YouTuber. Like if you were like on YouTube obsessively like I was in the 2010s, you know who this guy is. I'm not gonna pull him up. But he has a YouTube video where he's filming on our campus. And he actually like he's mic'd up and he's pretending being a student. So he has a little baseball cap, classic college dress, or maybe that's how he thinks college students dress. I don't know. And he's interviewing people about their opinions on certain controversial topics. Does he go to this university? No. Um, he's probably like in his 30s. He looks like it's about university age. So it's not weird that he's, approaching these people or anything like that. And a lot of these people do look about university age. Like this guy said, he was required to recruit people on campus. So even if they look like they're on campus, maybe their intentions are not really good just because they don't really look that, old or like whatever. You never know. So, anyways, continue with the story. And he approaches people on campus. He asks their opinions on a specific hot topic that I'm not going to get into. And he edits the video in a way to make it look like people are saying certain things, but they're not. And one day I'm walking around, I walk past a friend and I see her and she is bawling her eyes out. And I'm like, wow. Um, what happened? Like you are like are you okay? And she tells me, oh my God, so like there's this video on YouTube and this YouTuber made this video about me. He put me in his video. I mean, he blanked out her face, but you could it's still like her voice and she's in the video without her consent. And he secretly filmed me, so he had this guy filming from a far distance, not even in the building. Like, like when you first walk into the stamp and there's that narrow um place that people study in that's very open, like there's windows and you could just really film from the outside of people inside. So he has his camera guy from a far distance and he's filming people inside, and those people don't even know that they're being filmed in the first place. And she's like, oh, and he edited a video like I never said this or that. And I just making people look bad because he's doing a story on college campuses. um Completely untrue. I really had to bring this up. Messes with people's academics. I mean, honestly, like you don't want to be one of those people that just don't have a life on campus. Like me, honestly, which I'm gonna get into my reflections. I'm one of those people, I get in, get out, do what I need to do, don't really talk to much people, honestly. But then this is a risk. And that is very, very unfortunate. Because you should feel safe in the campus community. And I think he really does bring a good point. And for him to write this, it's been 23 years since he's been recruited. To write this in the Diamondback really speaks volumes about the kind of predators that are on campus. I call them predators. They're going after younger people. Um, it's very, very unfortunate. But I do want to at least bring awareness to this. I don't know if I could do an entire episode about it. But that is something that I think should be brought up. It messes with your academics. Really, you want to focus on your academics, but like I understand that sometimes that can be hard for some of the reasons I've given, or even like, sometimes life happens and it knocks you down in the most unfortunate times, but that's just how life is. Clubs. I'm glad I joined clubs I really enjoyed, but I really did that towards the end of college, really joining clubs I liked. In the beginning, I was kind of like in clubs I thought I should have been in, not really things that I was actually passionate about. But when you join clubs that are for you, then that really does make a difference and you grow um as a person. I think that's what's supposed to happen when you join a club. And I've done a whole episode on this, but just something I don't regret. I wish I did it sooner, but I was really too afraid in the beginning. So the next thing I have here, your personal life during university. Honestly, like I feel like I didn't have a life. I've always been more focused on my studies. Um, I don't really go out that much. Like at all. Like literally I don't have any photos of me being outside of school or the gym. Like that's all I do. Like I did go on one a month trip to Morocco. Um But other than that, like, child, I did nothing. I did not go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. Um, and I wish I went out and did things for fun. I really do. I mean, it's just so unfortunate. But looking back now, I mean, we are, you want to do well in school and academics, but you also want to really make sure you take care of yourself, have a little fun. Maybe I'm just such a nerd. I don't think I've ever had like fun, don't know what that is. And sometimes when I do have fun, I get excited, and it's something like that I don't really experience a lot when I start laughing and things like that. Um yeah, it's just like for me at least, don't be like me. Maybe have a little fun. Don't overdo it, but I think a little fun is definitely good. Self-care. Okay, self-care. Oh, love it. I started it like in October. I wish I started it like in 2017, but honestly, when I started university, I didn't take care of myself. That's not something I started to do until like mid-pandemic because I had nothing better to do, I mean, like stuck in the house, everything sucks. You might be like, hey, everything sucks so much. I kind of want to switch it up. Like, well, maybe not, why not do some self-care? Something that I think is definitely good. Um, Benefits of college. Honestly, I think I learned so much. And I'm glad I really studied things that I was passionate about. I am passionate about. God, I cannot express how much I have learned. And it's so amazing. And I plan to continue to learn even after university. I love learning. That's something that I'm very into. I just love it so much. I think college teaches you how to analyze, critically think, really time manage, be organized, do assignments on time in that regard. I really enjoyed my college experience. I'm so happy I got to go to our school. I love the University of Maryland. Like, I love it. I love college. I'm so sad that I'm graduating now. I was like, no. But you know what? I think college is amazing. And I did have a very rough time in college. But I think it's still a good time because I think college is something that you only get to experience once. And I really do regret letting my terrible experiences kind of ruin university. I mean, some of it's things you can't help, but really, I think life is how you react to things, and it's not necessarily what happens to you. Yeah, a terrible thing can happen to you, but like you at that moment have the agency to decide how you're going to deal with it, you know? And I wish that maybe I was a little less depressed. I think honestly, I think I did get over it pretty well. Tried to have a good time, but it just seems every time I get myself back up, there's always something else. And I think that's just how life goes. But yeah, I mean, I think college has a lot of networking, a lot of people I got to meet, a lot of things I learned. I think I had a great time. I'm really gonna miss this place. Oh God. Yeah. Oh, yeah, just reminiscing. So I'm trying to make like my graduation a pretty like fun thing, right? So I bought like a makeup palette. I don't do makeup, guys, okay? I don't do makeup. But about this palette, because it has a lot of colors that could go UMD. There's no yellows. I guess like the sweetener color could be used as a UMD color. I'm trying to see if I can do something as like a University of Maryland like colors. So I'm gonna be working with some looks until graduation. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Also, yeah, they ran out of like graduation gowns. So like honestly, recommendation, get your graduation gowns early. I saw them like a month before people even started buying them. And I was like, oh, I don't need to buy it now. And now it's always running out of stock. So tomorrow I am running to the bookstore to get me a graduation cap and gown because I need it. So that's all I have for you guys today. Really, university is such an amazing thing, and I think we should all cherish our time here and not let life knock us down so much. Um, that we can enjoy this moment. So yeah, like if you're still in school, like enjoy it because there's not going to be another point in time where we're going to be in school like this again, unless you go to grad school. But I think that's completely different because my friends in grad school seem like they're always dying. But if you're an undergrad and you get to be alive a little bit, enjoy your time and just recognize how valuable it is right now and how good life is. And don't let, outside things like really ruin stuff for you because it really, really can. Um, honestly, things can really suck sometimes, but 加油. So, yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys later. Bye.